Hey everyone. Can you hear me? Please do let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Oh my days. Oh dear. Oh, trying to get comfortable on a Saturday or Sunday night. Okay, can everybody hear me? Yeah, oh super. Thanks for letting me know, Patsy. Right, okay. So I can see I've got a few of you already in my chat stream already. So hello to Rosemary, Adria, Missy, Patsy, Anna Karen, Jeannie, Sharon, Dan. Long time no see, Dan. Hope you're doing well. Sandy, Ebony, Esther, Red. Great stuff. Lots of you already coming in. How are we all? Hope we are well this Sunday evening. It is live stream o'clock. And as you guys can see, I have got, what's the name of this flipping project? Sailing Fairy out. Hi, Cheryl. I've done 755 stitches so far today. Just jot that down. It is
also Freddo o'clock.
Freddo o'clock. Thank you, dear. Are we well? Red, you've had a fab weekend. Hi, Maria. Hi, Silver Stitches. Yes, Ebony, there's some gorgeous colours in this one. I've got your email, by the way. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. Well, it's been a Sunday. Hope we are all well. And Dan, you've been MIA. What have you been up to? I've been wondering where you've been these last few weeks. Do let me know. Hi, Kashi. And what's everybody working on? So the bright and beautiful Sailing Fairy for me. I've just gone past. This is just a wing tip here. So, oh my days. All well at the moment. A bit of a stroke that had my left eye blind again. Oh my goodness. I hope you're okay though now, Dan. Hope you're doing well. And all our best for a speedy recovery or a continued recovery. However, you know, that may be. I have a couple of messages coming through on the oldie facey bookie. Catherine says hi to all working on Battle and Project Blue Book on the box. Very relaxing. Sounds good there, Catherine. Go back to my stream tab. Oh, where's my stream tab? Oh, it's there. Okay. So Rosemary's working on the Cat City. Cheryl on Disney. Red working on Haid Mini Bird Song. Silver Stitches lost her cat Orlando this week, so a bit heartbroken. I'm really sorry to hear that, Silver Stitches. I did see the post. And, you know, cats do become very much part of the family. And, you know, like I said to you last week, you know, you gave your cat a wonderful home and you should be very proud of that. Maria Tempest, the priest, are doing is lovely. Yeah, it's Sailing Fairy, this one, Maria. I'll show you the mock-up in a sec. Sandy, Daydream by Heather Edwards, Pain-Free Crafts, 44.6%. Coming along nicely, that one. Ebony's working on a non-full coverage for a few days. And Emma Congdon, Happily Ever After. Missy's working on Angel of Spring by Lavender and Lace. 800 stitches today. Way to go, Missy. Super job. Adria is working on Mystic Mountain Nebula. Cash is still working on Disintegration, but just finished kitting up Kekomu. Looks like soon I'll be no longer monogamous. Yep, definitely Freddo time, Maria, and well deserved and earned today. Christine, hi to you. Jeannie's working on Beachcomb's Bounty. Library of Dogs for Patsy, 0.34%. The flag is at the Framers. Great stuff. Hi, Linda, working on Rosewood Manor. Bucklebury Sampler. Sharon has got a Haid hot air balloon out. 82.88%. Getting closer there, Sharon. Will you be bringing it to the retreat, do you think, at the end of the month? Dan, 3 shots in the eye each week, and I can see again stitching has slowed. Yeah, I imagine it would. But working on Mountain Cabin. Brilliant. At least you can stitch though, eh, Dan? Yeah, at least in your recovery, you've got a nice little focus, haven't you? Oh, my goodness. But yes, I did wonder. You disappeared off kind of thing, and I was like, I wonder if Dan's okay. And I'm glad to see you back. Right, let's just show you the mock-up of this one so Maria can see it. It's Sailing Fairy, Charlton Kits, Pain-Free Crafts. And just look at her, isn't she gorgeous? And I've just been doing this wingtip here. And I'm sort of going along the top row there. But yeah, she's just lovely. Maria's still working on a skull cross stitch, had to frog. Ooh, keep the frog. Oh no, Sharon, you're not going to Big Stitch. I'm really sorry about that. Such a shame. You got hospital admission, oh dear. Hi, Renee. And yes, Missy, absolutely, it is a beautiful piece. And the colours on this are just so beautiful. They're very jewelled tones in it, very bright. The charting's lovely, really is. Lots of confetti though. And I've done a wee bit on She Sleeps this week as well, as it's moved up. I don't know if you've been able to catch up on YouTube, Dan, but My Princess is finished. And I've just put a heap of stitches in the wrong place. Yes, Mouse Princess is done. She Sleeps has now been moved to the Focus on a Finish slot. And I've done quite a lot on her this weekend as well. Lots of confetti on it. But with it being a regular size max colour, it's hardly surprising. I have a finish to show off, which I will do so very shortly. Not mine. I have had one emailed to me. So I'll be getting that out in a wee while. And Andy is here, having a big sigh. Are you okay?
No.
Oh, Lauren. What's up?
Not turn my stuff off. Don't know where them are.
Well, they'll be underneath the desk because it rattled on the floor. Oh, dear. Oh, the life of a family, eh? Oh, my days. Renee working on Mushroom House, 50%. Hi, Celia. Maria, if you do miss, it will come, you know, there's always there. Guys, can we not? I'm on alive.
Stop now, please.
You started it. You came here and I don't.
Oh, sorry about that. The life of a family. You know, the second you turn your back, there's an argument break out. But you know, my channel is to keep it real. Dear. Right. Okay. I'm sorry. I really do hope that I didn't make you all jump. Sharon, really disappointed I've been diagnosed with breast cancer. Oh my goodness, Sharon. But it will all be okay. I really do hope that it is an early stage. A friend of mine was recently diagnosed with stage 1. But, you know, if you do need or want to talk, just reach out and, you know, maybe I can put you in touch. Because she's literally been exactly the same. But lots of my love and best wishes for a speedy recovery. Okay. Sunny days. Hi, working on 1934 Indian motorcycle requested by my husband. Can't say I'm particularly crazy about it, so it's been going slow, under 4%. Hey, any progress is progress. Red, we're all going to be strong, Sharon. We are here for you. There you go. Lots of support coming through already. And Sharon, very, very important for little ladies to get mammograms as it's been picked up. Yep, absolutely. Yes, Maria, me too. It's a lovely piece to stitch. Silver Stitches hopes for swift recovery for Sharon. My daughter just told me off for speaking too loud, but a life of the family is always fun. Don't worry about it. We know how it is. Yep. Everybody's been on edge today. I've had a bit of a ding-dong with my stepdad. If you're on Facebook, you might have seen my status earlier, and it's been a bit of a week. Patsy, yes, you did miss it the last couple of weeks. Missy wishes Sharon a speedy recovery. Never a dull moment. Absolutely right, Adria. Hugs and prayers for you, Sharon. Maria, don't worry. It's just me just blatantly not concentrating. You know, multitasking. We're normally quite good at it, but there we go. Okay. Dan, switching to TV so you can see the stitching. There you go. You see lots of wishes for you there, Sharon. We are all right behind you, and I would love for you to update us on your journey whenever you feel comfortable to do so. Yeah, it's definitely important for sure for us to get checked. Like I said, I've had a colleague recently diagnosed with a stage 1. So no, that's wrong. Oh my days. Right. Okay. Right. So I have a beautiful finish to show. And this one is coming via an email from the lovely Ebony. So I am just going to find that and show that, because this colour is not my friend tonight, this particular one. I keep trying to stitch it in the wrong place. So let's just move away from my stitching and show you the beautiful work that Ebony's done. Where's my emails? Email. Okay. If I open the right email, wouldn't it? Oh dear. Right, so Ebony has been doing a piece by Mod X Stitch, and she's done it 1/1 on 28 count. And just take a look at that. How gorgeous is that? It doesn't even look stitched, does it? It looks like a painting, but how fabulous. Just move into some of the detail. How fabulous is that? That is amazing. Those eyes. Beautiful work, Ebony. Absolutely stunning. You should, rightly so, be incredibly proud of that. And I bet you are ready for a wee break from the full coverage now. But that is just absolutely amazing. Many, many congratulations. It is superb. There you go. So thank you so much for sharing that with us all. And I'm pretty sure you'll be sharing it on your next video as well. So we'll all have a look out for that. But wowzers. A gift for your sister. Lucky sister. That's what I will say to that. Absolutely superb. Your first full coverage finished, but I'm sure it will be one of many. Because, hey, once you've done one, you want to do more. Did you find everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is absolutely amazing. Yeah, silver stitches, I reckon. The biggest piece I did for my sister was I did do a quick stitch for her, and it took me a while. I've done a couple of pieces for my sister. I've done some for my brother too. And, you know, for me, it's very hard to do a full coverage to gift because I just want to keep them. But yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing. So Lauren has got 2 more weeks of school left and then she's off for 6 weeks. So I think the house is definitely going to continue to be loud. What say you, Patsy? Ebony, having a couple of days break from full coverage, 216,500 stitches of mostly brown. Yeah. Well, I feel that one because Maui Princess is 217,000 stitches. So I know exactly where you're coming from. A lot of time, a lot of effort, and when they're all such close colours, wow. So what's your plans for it? Are you going to frame it? Are you going to send it off to get framed or what? What's your plans? Renee says time for something colourful, definitely. Patsy asks, why are Haid still putting discontinued DMCs on charts? Because some of them might be discontinued in the UK, but may not be discontinued in the USA. I think there are some slight differences in the colour palette. Have you got a conversion, Patsy? If you just do a quick Google for DMC conversion for discontinued colours, there's several knocking about. Ebony says yes, there's plenty of colourful charts that she's got. And she'll be taking it to the crew retreat in September to be framed professionally. Absolutely fantastic. So what's the occasion? I know you said it's a gift. Is it for a birthday? Is it for Christmas? What's the occasion, Ebony? Not sure if that's right. No, that's definitely not right. I was parked in the wrong place. That's better. Just check this colour. 898. Yeah, parked it in the wrong place like an absolute weapon. Here we go. Yeah, I had to do a couple of colour conversions from discontinued on Avarice back, 12, 13 years ago when I was kitting it up. But luckily, I got the lady at, she doesn't do thread packs anymore, but there was a lady at Leisurecraft Tewkesbury who used to do Mirabilia thread packs, but she'd do other thread packs too. And she helped me because I sent her an email with all the colours I wanted. And she helped me because there were quite a lot of discontinueds. So The frog is with me tonight. Yeah, well, luckily that one was just a misplaced park, so I could get away with that one. Hadn't stitched anything wrong, luckily. Yeah, 781, so use 782, and then if you've got 782, you use another one, kind of thing. So, yeah. But yeah, it's the same on average, the 780s. And you end up using one of the 3/8 somethings in the end. Or I did anyway. Okay. Silver Stitches. Ebony loves all kinds of styles. But can't really narrow it down. But like Genovia art from Haid. And stitches a whole bunch of different types. Yeah, I like a nice variety too, as you've seen from my whip selection. I haven't forgotten about my additional videos, by the way. I still haven't done them yet because I've had the stepchildren here this weekend and I've had a couple of rough days with one thing and another. So I haven't been able to film them. But I've still got 2 unboxings, 2 Gecko Rouge unboxings.
When are you going to film them?
I'm hoping to film them tomorrow when I've done my floss tube. If not, it'll probably be Wednesday. I've got a washing my Princess to film as well. But this weekend, yesterday morning, mention no names, but I'm glaring at a small white furry thing. I was woken up at 4:30 by the cat. Needless to say, Angel was not in my best books. So, yeah, she was in trouble. I didn't get back to sleep, so by 5 a.m. yesterday, I was working overtime. Luckily, because obviously working from home, I just log on from here and crack on. Then, obviously, I went to bed Saturday night, and I was still awake at 4:30 this morning because the cat thought it was a good idea just to wake me up for fun. But luckily today I did manage to get back to sleep, but I do think that the early start yesterday is catching up with me. And of course, when the stepchildren are here, they have our room and we sleep downstairs. So I've not had a very comfortable couple of nights, really. But it is what it is. It's our cross to bear, isn't it, love?
I suppose.
No, Ebony, she was not angelic, no. Considering that she woke me up, now she had no excuse for this because she's got a litter box which is clean and the litter box was not 10 feet away from her. She said she decided to wake me up by tiddling on the carpet. And it wasn't the tiddling that woke me up, it was her trying to dig the carpet to cover it over, which of course is she was on a hide into nothing doing that. So I was quite cross, as you can imagine. And made her wait then until it turned 7 o'clock for a breakfast. Normally, when I'm awake, I'd normally get it for her. But I made her wait because I was cross. Naughty girl, aren't you? See, she's fast asleep on the sofa opposite me there, the one I normally film my Stitch With Me's on. Not my Stitch With Me's, me floss tubes from. And she's just, there happily snoozing away, oblivious to the chaos that she's caused. Aren't you, cat? No, purposely not saying anything now. Oh, thanks, Dan. If anyone needs any discontinued DMC, he will send if you need. That's very kind of you. A very generous offer there. Thank you, Dan. So, yeah, so just going back to Angel, definitely not very angelic and need to kick up the backside. She's purposely ignoring me. Anyway, who wants to hear the big news from Fat Club this week, or my weight loss club, just to put it nicely?
You're not allowed to call it Fat.
Yes, I'm not allowed to call it Fat Club no more, because I noticed yesterday or day before that my legs are now getting thinner. So the fat's finding other places to come off. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
This week I lost a whopping 3 pounds. I haven't lost 3 pounds in a week for I don't know how long, which means I made my 6.5 stone. So I am 6 stone, 7.5 pounds lost, which is 91.5 pounds lost. 17 to target. So I'm pumped about that. Absolutely pumped. I bossed it this week. And you know what? As stupid as it sounds, I've done nothing different. Nothing different. I think I've just been at a plateau these last few weeks. It's took me 6 weeks to lose a 0.5 stone. I think I've just been at a plateau, and now all of a sudden, because I've just stayed consistent, whoosh, my body's just decided, yes, we know what we're doing, and cracked on again. So I am delighted to have lost that. Oh, thank you all very much. Yes. So 17 pounds to go. I was absolutely pumped when I come out of group. I was so happy. Because normally now I expect to lose about £1 a week. But no, 3 this week, and I was shocked. Sharon, nothing different. In fact, I probably ate more. Because I'm still on the Freddos. Hi, Alice. My dog now wears incontinence pants, so no more daft o'clock wake-up calls. He's old and a bit demented, so he's got an excuse. How impressed would Angel be with pants? I don't think she would. She doesn't like it when we've got a little harness so we can take her outside, because with her being a house cat, we don't want her running off. She hates that. I don't think she'd be impressed with cat pants. No exercise. I don't do exercise. My most exercisey day is a Tuesday when I go to the office. And even then I only get about maybe 6,000 steps in. I get more exercise. My Fitbit racks up more steps when I'm sitting down doing crochet. And I'm not even joking.
Work that one out.
Because I've been working on Hannah's crochet this week because we've had a few calls at work. I've been on calls a bit. So I've been busy working on a crochet. And I've almost finished now. I got 3 balls of the wool originally. I went and bought a 4th, and I'm almost at the end of the 2nd. So, yeah, I haven't literally done nothing different, and I can't reckon it out. But like I said, it must be just because I passed the plateau. So, Tanya, Dan, you've got £10 to go. Yeah, right. Well, 17 for me. So, all being well, we'll both get there fairly shortly, eh? Yes, Silver Stitch is absolutely ironic. Yeah, I just like, what? How's that work? How does that happen? And she took a picture of me. She says, "Oh, can I post this on my business page?" Yeah, of course you can. No problem at all. But honestly, it's the best thing that I ever did. You know, in terms of looking after my weight, it's just been amazing. I mean, I was talking in the office and I was saying, because I moved departments within the company I work for, and I was talking to my boss last week, and she was like, I don't remember you when you were with the other department. And I'm like, well, yeah, I was there. And I told her where I used to sit and everything. And she went, oh, yeah, I remember people sitting there, but I don't remember you. That must be 6 pounds of weight, sorry, 6 stone of weight loss that's, you know, made it so that, not that I'm no longer memorable, but because I'm such a different person. All right. Yep, definitely different. Oh, definitely I got a round of applause. I got some whoop whoops as well. So and I had chips on the way home. I had some chips. Only a few though, not many. My little treat. I've worked hard all week. On a Thursday night, I have some chips. Okay.
And no one says that you can't.
Nope. Thanks, Ebony. Yeah, I need to really sort of get some full-length pictures. I need to get Angela's picture off her actually and post it on Facebook for those of you that are there. You can see it. In fact, I might even put it on my community tab on here as well for those of you that are not. Because I was just like chuffed. You know, when I got to, you know, that I wasn't expecting to come out of the club with a 6.5 stone award and Slimmer of the Week. So, hi Leslie, not late at all. Yeah, we don't mark you down for coming in a few minutes after. Hope you're doing well.
It's not like it's school.
Absolutely not. It's a drop in, drop out session, this one. So, yeah. So yes, it was a brilliant. It's in a lot of ways. There's been the last couple of weeks. I've had quite a bit of good stuff happen. You know, got some weight loss goals. I've got my princess finished, and you know, we've had a couple of ups and downs because the car's on the blink at the moment, and but we're getting that done this week, and somehow the loo flush managed to get broken, but we've got that sorted out. But you know, on the plus side, there's been lots of good stuff. So
I'm hoping I'm one of those good things.
of course. Renee, you look great on Andy's London 10K subscriber video. Andy, that was an awesome video. There you go. That's from Renee.
Thank you.
He says, thank you in a very teeny tiny little voice. You what?
I said, thank you.
Yeah. You know, 9 miles of walking on that video. It was good though. It was a good day. I had a pair of scissors like yours. My sister bought them as a present. I had them in a project that I've long since lost. Nearly had a page finish. My first page finished, and I'm gutted that it's lost. Andy got me these for my wedding anniversary last year, for my 5th wedding anniversary. Weren't it? Do you remember, Andy, when we were in Cheltenham?
I do remember that, yes. I had a dream I was in Cheltenham the other night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
We weren't being investigated at GCHQ, were you?
No.
Or the donut, as it's commonly known.
It seems ages ago, that one.
Cheltenham, yeah. Yeah, when you went on your helicopter ride.
Yeah.
And it chucked it down with rain, remember that?
I couldn't exactly forget that because I was in the helicopter at the time. It was forced to land for a little bit because we couldn't see anything.
Yeah, we had a bit of a mooch around Cheltenham.
And around Gloucester.
Yeah, but particularly around Cheltenham, around the shops and things. And it was quite good. Had a mooch round. And there's lunch out.
I don't know if anybody's from down there on your live stream at the minute, but Cheltenham's definitely better than Gloucester, isn't it?
Yeah, I was more keen at Cheltenham than I was at Gloucester.
Spa town, wasn't it?
We went to have some tea at the Wetherspoons in Gloucester because we'd been filming just outside. And we came out, and as you come out, there's like a big square, like a big open space in the middle of Gloucester. Because the Wetherspoons is like an old cinema. And there was something going on because it were crawling with police, and it just made us a little bit uncomfortable. So we just headed back to the car and back to the hotel, which was in Cheltenham.
Yeah.
I used to live in the Forest of Dean, so I know Gloucester and Cheltenham pretty well.
Someone who lived in the Forest of Dean?
Yeah, so was Stitches. All right, she doesn't live there now.
I know, but I'll be down there soon.
So I know Gloucester and Cheltenham pretty well. I love both for different reasons. I first knew love in Gloucester.
Whereabouts in the Forest of Dean? Because I will be going right up to the Welsh border. I'll be crossing the Severn Bridge and doing places such like as Tydenham, Hewellsfield and Brockweir.
I hope you can be heard.
Alvington, Wollaston and St Breville's.
Ah. So you'll be all of it, Shant, then?
Well, it's just that southwestern corner right on the Welsh border.
Keep him out of trouble, won't it? Ah, you can hear him. Great stuff.
It'll be in a few weeks' time.
Yeah.
A couple of months' time, actually.
So Red says, I hope one day I can visit the UK. I'm sure that you will. Just to remind me, Red, where are you now? Yes, I know St Breville's and Wollaston. Breville's and Wollaston.
I believe it's pronounced Breville's.
Oh, Breville's.
It's spelled
All right,
weirdly,
okay.
but it's pronounced Breville's.
Well, I just read it as I see it.
I thought it was Breville's for a start.
I used to live mainly in Bream and Lydney.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lydney's not far from that, is it?
Patsy, I must admit I'm struggling with 90 colours after only working with 3. Yep. I can imagine you will be. "90 colours is like a party though for me because I've got like 3 supersized max colours at the moment. Are you in Hungary? Right. Silver Stitch's sister lives in the forest still.
Cool.
When Andy's video comes out, you'll have to point her towards it. And you'll have to let him know if he did a good job. Am I right, dear?
Yeah, look.
Some of my family members saying go to another country for a job opportunity. Yeah. With the job I work in, I see a lot of what we would classify as a foreign national. So somebody that's come over here to work or to settle, or the intention is to settle over here. So, you know, there is quite a lot of people that I see, or, you know, rather that I sort of, you know, come into contact with, but not physically, if that makes sense, who are here on work visas. So You know, it is something that definitely you could look into. Just heard a scream from upstairs. That sounds like a spider.
Could well be.
But vacation is another thing. Yeah. Her partner works in the shop that sells motorbikes in the New Forest, Andy.
Oh, yeah.
Andy,
What?
there's a spider.
I called that one, didn't I?
You called it. Where is it, Lolly? Say again?
Oh, dear. Andy's gone on spider duty. I heard this little from the bathroom. Dear, oh dear. Spiders. Do you know what? They'd have been horrified if they'd have been sat in the dining room with me earlier on. I was working today. And I was sat in the corner, and I just happened to see a little movement out of the corner of my eye, and there was like one of those like attic spiders, like a daddy long legs, and he just walked up the wall, and I just ignore him. They don't faze me. I'm not bothered. I'm a conductor, conductive education, and there's options for short periods. Yeah, definitely try it. Yes, Adria, thank you. Well called. Didn't know spiders could scream. You didn't, Patsy? I don't know if it was Lauren screaming because she was horrified about the spider, or the spider screaming because she was horrified because it was horrified about Lauren. It is in the bathroom, and Lauren's having a bath. So there we go. So yeah, right now I'm going to start working as an elementary school teacher. I'm going to pay back slowly the education fee for the government. Student loan. That's the worst thing about studying, having to pay back the fees. My sister also screams when she sees a spider. Normally, to be fair, they don't often scream. It's normally just an Andy that we hear. Silver Stitches, you'd own tarantulas if you could. Yeah, you can keep the tarantulas. Not for me. Thank you very much. Not today, thank you.
We'll just say this, ladies and gents, if there are any in there. The spider that Lauren was talking about was the teeniest of tiniest things you've ever seen in your life.
And was it the spider screaming or Lauren? Or is that debatable?
I don't know. Chief spider catcher sat there.
Sleeping. Red, my sister also screams when she sees a spider. Yep. It's not that bad. The fees let me do the math for euros. It's not spiders that bother me, says Patsy. It's earwigs. I'm not fond of earwigs either.
I haven't seen an earwig for years.
No, I haven't. Missy, your husband calls you when he sees a spider. Andy's only ever called me once, and that's because it was quite a big spider, weren't it?
It was.
That one in the conservatory that time.
It was.
And I was like, come on, get out of it way, I'll move it. And Andy was like, ugh. And I'm like, right, come on, get a glass, get a bit of card. We just did it. Set it free in the garden. Okay, where's this colour? 964. Yeah, if we're looking on the right thread card, wouldn't it? I understand in certain countries why people would be, but they're harmless here. Yeah, the vast majority of spiders are harmless. But, you know, I think it's the size of them, you know, that intimidates, and the speed in which they can shift across the room. So Leslie, I'll just get on with it. I mean, when my ex-husband and I were together, he was never at home to catch the spiders, so it was down to me. Bye. Oh, Hannah, just before you go up, I've been meaning to get you to show these.
What, my nails?
Yeah, because have you already brought one?
My thumbs outside.
Oh,
Both my thumbs outside.
so when I had mine done, Hannah had hers done. Look at that. Look how pretty that is.
That's one that's not
But
stiff.
hers are getting ready for done. She wants a new set next time. She's already broke her thumbs.
That's one of both.
Chipped a corner off.
The other one, I got ink down it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Got ink
She's
on
got
that
ink.
one. Can't really tell I got a bit on.
And then you crack that thumb as well.
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear.
You give up. I feel nasty, but everyone wants a free cat.
Well, I've already tried that because considering she woke me up by having a tiddle yesterday morning. €4,500 for your fees. Come on. Yes. Silly thing's not focusing properly. That's it. Silver City's terrified of most farmyard animals. Red, you have the option to pay fully one time. A lot of young people go to abroad and pay for full. People would do it that way, yeah. Hi, Joe. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, she loves having her nails done, does Hannah? And when Lauren has hers done in a few weeks, I'll show you what she's having, because she can't have them when she's at school. But she's got 6 weeks. And I said I'd treat her, so. Lucky little sod. There we go. It'll be a present for doing well in this half of, well, this last school term. So, because, touch wood, no detentions. Crazy summer so far. We've had chucking it down with rain again today. It is the most unsummery July ever, I think, here. Anna Karen, in the later part of summer's and early autumn, I count the spiders in the hundreds. Surprised to pay for living close to the lake. Used to react like Lauren, but not anymore. Maybe I send her out there to you, Anna Karen, get some training on how to cope with spiders. Hey, Mal, how are you? Nice to see you. It's been a while. Where have you been? Hope you're doing well. Not you back. Dan back tonight. Do we want 2 more of the, well, like I say, 1 or 2 more of the gang? Because I've not seen David for a bit, Red Floss Stitcher. Unless he's lurking in here and hasn't said hi. Been in Hawaii visiting your parents. Sounds lovely. I hope you've had a nice holiday. And quality time with your parents. It's been a good day where you are, Patsy. Lucky old you. Chucked it down like nobody's business here. Honestly. I was sat this morning just finishing my overtime between sort of 9 and 10, and I was like, it's chucking it down. And you just think, can it just stop raining now? It's having my last bit of Freddo. Missy, it's like autumn in Denmark. Last night, storms, nearly hurricane, a lot of rain. Apparently we're in for a temperature hike, believe it when we see it. Yeah. Summer's finally arrived in Los Angeles, finding the high 70s, low 80s. Sandy, the heating in July. Holy moly. Yes, Joe, my princess didn't she? She turned out fabulous. So happy with her when she was done. It was one of them that I just wanted to finish. And of course, now she sleeps is my next, the one I've got, the next prize that I'm eyeing. Oh, thank you. Congrats. Yeah, Patsy, you're right. It probably will be raining tomorrow. Yeah, I just don't believe the weatherman anymore, if I'm honest. They've been saying for ages that, you know, like in December and January, they said we're going to have thunder snow and it's going to chuck it down. We're going to be snowed in for weeks and this, that, and other. It never happens. And then they say, oh, we're going to have, the hottest of hot summers. And it's not happened. But my princess still needs a wash, and then I'm going to make it into a wall hanging, I think, rather than a framing, because it's just slightly outside size for the frame that I would have wanted. It's slightly too big. And I'm not hiding any of the stitches. So I'm going to make her into a wall hanging, I think. Bum, 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 bum. 3843. I will certainly do my best, Mel. If it isn't filmed in its entirety, I might just sort of, do like a bit of a vlog about it kind of thing. Rod Gilbert said it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. That was the best summer we ever had in Wales. Adria, weather experts could get the prediction right even if they were looking out the window. Couldn't. No, they couldn't. You're absolutely right. Can be looking out the window and still get it wrong. I think that's the only way, isn't it? Have a look out the window and go hour by hour. I mean, it will be nice if we do eventually get a summer, because I'm off work the last week of July. well, it's my annual leave starts the day before the big stitch. And I'm off for a week, first week of August. So I had hailstones Thursday evening, unsurprising. This is not my shocked face, not that you can see it. It's just like the weirdest weather at the moment. I'm still sat in my hoodie and fluffy pajamas, and we've put the duvet back on the bed. Because normally sort of May time, we switch the duvet out for a duvet cover and a very light quilt. But it's just too cold for that. And if Sandy's had to put the heating on, and you're in the south of the country, Sandy, where it's meant to be typically a little warmer, I don't think there's much hope for the rest of us, is there? I shiver away. That's how I'm losing weight, I think. I must be shivering it off. What do you reckon?
What, love?
Do you reckon I'm losing weight by shivering it off?
It may be, yeah. I've got my headphones on. Sorry, I'm listening to something.
All right, okay. Oh, my dear. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I think my early start is definitely catching up. So what else I did yesterday as well? I've been doing the Disney cross-stitch part work that started about, maybe 3 or 4 years back. And I've got nearly 200 issues. So I filed all of those yesterday because I got up to issue about 74, 75. And I hadn't filed any further than that. So I thought, do you know what? I've got a couple of hours. I'm going to file away my Disney cross-stitch. I am definitely covered for Disney patterns and Pixar. And I have a tub of floss and fabric. And I have some books and 8 binders of patterns. So I'm definitely covered. So yeah, I spent from 2:30 until 6 o'clock yesterday just separating part works and putting them in binders and sorting out floss and all the rest of it. It was very satisfying to do. I wish I hadn't have left it for so long. Missy going to the south of Germany on vacation, have family there. I'm going to fly in a hot air balloon. Wow. Maybe that's something we ought to do with you, Andy. He's got his headphones on. Yawning's catching. Sorry, Silver Stitches. And yes, I'd love to go in a hot air balloon too. Didn't realise it'd run for that long. Yeah, and it's still going, Sharon. But I think it's, almost 200 issues. I think I'm about done. I've got plenty enough in there. Thanks, Reg. Yeah, the amount of packaging as well. I mean, huge amount of plastic recycling. But like I said, it's just now all been tidied up, and it's such a good feeling when you know you've finished the job. You know, the job, it's like job satisfaction. You know, got it all done, got it all filed away, and now I don't have to worry about it. So oh, I have some tea. Oh. Try not to yawn. Oh, no. Organising is definitely one of those jobs, when you put it off for ages, but it feels so good when you get it done. Too true. My next job is to sort out my stitchy corner, tidy that up, get my Gecko Rouge kits all nicely ready for next year's New Year, New Starts, and have a bit of a stitchy area tidy up. Thanks for the recommendation of film Ice Road. We watched this after with hubby. He enjoyed. Yeah, it's a good film. Although I couldn't watch the bit with Lawrence Fishburne, shall we say, not long after that they were on the ice road. It did oogie me out a little bit. But yeah, it was a very good film. I right enjoyed it. There's another one that's being made. Hi, Laurie. How are you doing? Hope you're well. Silver stitches has been a dream of mine for many years, and in Germany it's cheaper than Denmark, and Germany's got the mountains. I've been told it will be a 3-hour flight. Wow. I have to organise my craft shed, says Silver Stitches. Yeah. Well, I've got a week off, like I said, at the end of the month, and I think I'll be doing a bit more during that week. I've kind of been bitten. I should top up my floss cards as well, and just, you know, generally get a bit more organised, I think. It does indeed, Mel. I'd love a dedicated craft area. You know, one of my favourite hobbies is sometimes on Facebook. I say hobbies. It's almost like a hobby because I do it that much. Sometimes on Facebook, you'll see an advert for a house for sale. And I like to look at the floor plans and think, I could have that as a workroom and that as a craft room. And, you know, oh, there's not enough bedrooms in that one. And well, there's plenty of rooms in that one, but it's a bit too pricey. And, you know, I could put so-and-so in this room and so-and-so in that room. And I love doing that. Laurie got heat stroke, hiding in the house today, about to pick up and stitch. Well, make sure you're staying well hydrated and looking after yourself there, Laurie. I wish we could get heat stroke here. I'm still sat in my hood. It's freezing. Mal, lol, I do that every day. My husband and I are looking at moving from an apartment to a house. Oh, I just do it so much. And the ones I get literally are all around the country. And I'm like, oh, I need a lottery win. I would like this channel to explode and me get like, you know, 500,000 subscribers. You know, so I can afford a higher mortgage. Can't craft in the shed. It's a place to put our cross stitches and diamond paintings in. Yeah, well, I'd love one for storage too, because obviously I have quite a bit of stitching stuff plus my cones of thread. It'd be really lovely to have some kind of storage like that. I'm very envious. Sunny days. I went on a hot air balloon ride for my 40th birthday and enjoyed it very much, but my husband wouldn't go with me. I convinced my son to go, but it was only a 1-ish hour flight. Sounds fantastic. I think I might have to look into that for Andy. Mal still has craft things squidged in every corner. Yeah, I'm the same. I've got in the dining room, in the conservatory, in the living room, in my bedroom, certainly in Lauren's bedroom. I think maybe in Hannah's as well, possibly. And not in the bathroom, but I do often find thread in there that's dropped off. There's even thread in the car because obviously, you know, if me and Andy go anywhere filming, I'm stitching in the car. But I'm on a 3-seater sofa here and 2.5 seats I'm taking up with me and my stitching. I think I might have to do a bit of a de-stash as well, because some kits that I've got that I'm never going to stitch. So I might just have to do a bit of a de-stash. Oh, come on. Well, I'll tell you what I've been looking at today on YouTube just to keep me inspired of my weight loss. I've been watching snippets of My 600 Pound Life. Who else watches that? Hey, that might be an idea, Sandy. But I think, because my holiday's coming up after that, I probably won't have them sorted out. Yeah, so who's been watching My 600 Pound Life? Dr. Now and people who are a little weighty. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you see some of the people from the earlier series that were really inspiring and have kept all the weight off and stuff. And just think, wow. And then you see someone who's like, you're just coming at me with a lot of excuses and you're telling me it's harder to get up and walk to a salad than it is to get up and walk to a pizza. I think he's got such a calming manner about him, but he's absolutely savage, isn't he? We went to Romania on holiday a few years ago, before lockdown. And they got the Learning Channel on the TV, TLC on the TV that we're watching. Like, we don't get it here. We certainly don't get it on our telly. so I can only really watch it on YouTube. And we were watching it, and we were just, all of us were absolutely gobsmacked. It's the first time that we'd seen it, and you get hooked. Yeah. You could have lost 30 pounds this month. Brilliant. Used to watch it when you couldn't sleep. Yeah. Hi, Joe. Stitching with you to keep my mind off the tooth I broke last night. Oh, dear. I do hope that you can get it fixed quickly. All the best with that. It's, I've had to have a Hannah at the dentist recently, and it's difficult to get in the UK. I don't know if you're in the UK. Love how savage he is. Yeah, he's so savage. He makes me laugh. Now I watch Dr. Pimple Popper. I can't watch that pimple popping stuff. I really can't. And I know it sounds daft, but you know, if the kids have a pimple and want me to pop it for them, not a problem. But I can't watch other people having their pimples popped. It just turns my stomach. Isn't that weird? I used to quite like extreme weight loss, but then I sort of fell out with it a little bit because it just meant that people were kind of being shouted at a little bit more, and you know, perhaps shamed a bit more. I'm just glad that I didn't get to that point that I needed to have, you know, intervention. Although I have to say, I don't think I was a million miles away from it. I love a good pimple video. My 8-year-old watches them. I often see them come up on Facebook on like the videos feed, and I just have to keep hiding them. I just have to get a glut of them, and I'm just like, oh, horrible. I think probably something like my £600 life is like really the only sort of reality that I watch. I watch all those when I can't sleep. My brother and my mum's eyes light up with glee at the huge ones that need to be popped. My dad and I cringe, yeah. And I think for the pimple popping thing, I also wonder, you know, a bit like the weight loss one, how has your pimple got to that level? You know, I mean, obviously I have seen some of them, but how does it get to that level? Like with the weight, you know, how do you get to that level? I don't think I could have got to, you know, £500 and £600. I mean, obviously I was quite weighty, but you know. Hi Petra, how are you? Long time no see on the live. How you doing? Red, have a nice stitching time and a good night. And thanks for joining us, Red, and I hope you have a good week. Very nice. Got nearly 50 people watching. I hope you're doing well, Petra. I've not seen you on here for a while. Are you keeping stitching? Struggling health issues, my daughters and me too. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I do wish you good health and I hope you get better soon. My favourite reality shows are Great British Showing B and Great Pottery Throwdown. Never watched either. And I don't watch anything like Love Island or Married at First Sight or anything like that, you know. I did watch I'm a Celebrity for the first season or two, but don't even bother with that now. Hi, Peggy. How are you? Stitching slowly, says Petra. Knitting and crocheting when I have time, but busy at work too. I hear you on that one. As long as you can still keep your hobby. I do hope that you are on the mend, and your daughters too. It's not fun being unwell. Loving to watch all your videos and seeing your excellent progress. Thanks, Petra. You've been managing to keep up with your YouTube. And you'll see that She Sleeps is getting a lot of attention. Stitching Shelf's been out on a stitch for me as well this week, and I'm doing those projects, of course, both of them thanks to you. You're keeping me busy. Helping to keep my needle busy. Oh yeah, absolutely. I do love the pieces. Silver Stitcher's hoping to watch Andy's channel sometime this week. Cool. He pops out a video every day at 6 p.m. So, you know, and they are usually at least, you know, the minimum time is 10 minutes, I think. So, yeah, he's got loads of stuff on there. He's definitely went into the 10,000 subs now. Lauren, bless her, said, oh, I think you get one of those silver play buttons when you get to 10,000. I'm like, no, dear. It has to get to 100,000 for a YouTube play button. Oh, she says.
Never going to happen.
Never say never. Planning my wish trip to London in the near future with my husband for our 20th anniversary. Never been there. You'll have a lovely time in London. But what I would definitely say is be on your guard. Make sure you know where your possessions are at all times. And have fun. There's plenty to see and do. And take advantage of the London Underground to get around. If you get any days like when Andy and I went to film, it'll be nice. Because we actually struck lucky when we went down there to film. We had a couple of really nice days. I'd love to see the Les Miserables musical if it's possible. No idea. Don't know if it's still on and where it's on. I can't remember. Probably is. It's one of those musicals that won't die. Silver Stitches wish could go to London. Yeah. I hadn't been in an awful long time when me and Andy went. It had been probably about 3 or 4 years since I'd been. I love London. Oh, yes, some royal things as well, for sure. Peggy says, I'm fine keeping out the heat. It's 32 today, but yesterday it was 41.68. Blimey. Mal, London is one of my favourite places I've ever been. Can't wait to get back there and to England in general. How is your opinion of royalty, says Petra? Do you love them? Well, we have a vested interest in them because as British taxpayers, we help to fund the monarchy. I certainly don't dislike them. But I am in support of us having a monarchy because I think a monarchy, it brings tourism, and members of the royal family can be fantastic ambassadors. So I would love to get a look in those diamond vaults, though. I really, really would. There's a lot of goodies down there that I haven't seen the light of day in many, many years. Peggy says, never say never. The word is just getting out of hand. Missy has to go now. It's movie time. Thanks for a lovely live. We'll be there on Wednesday. Have a wonderful evening, Missy, and enjoy the movie. Oh, yes, Silver Stitches asks, if you're still here, Missy, what's the movie? We all like a good movie recommendation. Oh, Alien 2. That's my favourite of the trilogy. Or however many it is now. Classic film. How far is London from me? It's about 150 miles. I think if I put it into Google Maps, it tells me from my house to Charing Cross is 144 miles, which is where they measure distances to. I was in England last time when on honeymoon 20 years ago. Oh, blimey. Patsy can't watch alien movies or she wouldn't sleep. I tell you what, the cat in Alien 2 is much better behaved than mine. Did you drive to London or take the train? This time we drove and we stayed in Barking in East London. So we didn't stay in central London at all. We stayed in Barking and we got the underground because the underground was about a 15-minute walk, 20-minute walk. And we got the underground in. Oh, excuse me. District line train. But I love the underground. The underground is one of my favourite things. I got to watch Disney's Wish, may do so tomorrow evening. I also need to watch Operation Mincemeat. So many of my favourite actors in it. Next year, Gecko Year, asks Petra, will you be stitching just Gecko pieces or on something else too? I have 9 Gecko kits already. I have 1 other chart, which is the Lord of the Rings, the Tilton Crafts one. And I have 2 more to pick out of my stash, which I'm still deciding on. And the whips that I have got left from this year, I will still be continuing to stitch. So the new starts will be added in the first sort of 12 weeks of the year, 1 a week. And then they'll just slot into my rotation. And yeah, I'll just stitch away, just work away on them. I just enjoyed that fact that you really don't need a car to get around most of England if you don't want one. Living in Los Angeles where a car is a must, it was so refreshing. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, England, certainly London, has got a decent transport system. Quite a lot of places in England have, but since the pandemic, we've found that a lot of bus operators and train operators have reduced services because as working from home has grown, the need for bus and train services has diminished. So London, central London has stayed the same. We've still got lots of buses, we've still got lots of underground trains. But when you leave central London, you find that train services may not be as frequent as you'd like. And, you know, in the smaller towns and cities, bus services are much reduced because still they are not back up to the levels pre-COVID. Out of hand correction, the word about the channel will spread. Yeah, I think it will as well, Peggy. We just have to keep banging the gong where we can. Bum, 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 bum. Excuse me. I'd love to travel one day, says Peggy. I'm not getting any younger. I've done a fair bit of travel. I've done more travel since I've been with Andy than ever at all in my life. We've been to Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Romania, Ukraine, France, Spain, the Canary Islands. I think that's it. We've done obviously a lot of places around England, but I've done more with Andy, certainly than I did with my ex-husband. But I have been to Ireland, to Southern Ireland as well. So yeah, and that's only in the last 10 years. So, you know, you might think it's all, Peggy, but you're probably not. Interesting, COVID affected so many things you wouldn't immediately think about. Yeah, that's very true. It did affect an awful lot, you know, that lots of offices were built and they're now empty. You know, my company offices have downsized because there's so many people on hybrid or remote working contracts. It's not worth having the large office space. So is he your second husband? Yes, Petra, he is. My first husband I married in 1997. Hannah was born in 2001, Victoria 2004, Lauren in 2009.
Hi.
Hi, Lauren. And me and my ex-husband separated in 2013 and divorced in 2014. I met Andy in 2012, but there was not a crossover between Andy and my ex-husband. And then Andy and I got married in 2018, so we're coming up on 6 years. Love traveling, exploring new places, fun. Yes, Adria, absolutely. Oh, Monaco. We've been to Monaco as well. Did that when we went to France. Went and had the day in Monaco. Went and found the Monegasque royal family. Or rather their palace. And Andy drove around the racetrack and we found a casino and everything. I saw some rather expensive jewellery shops. Oh, Switzerland, yes, Switzerland as well, Geneva and Montreux. See, you forget about these things, so you start thinking about it. I love Geneva, very expensive, but a beautiful place. Yeah, She Sleeps will be coming up fast now, Peggy. I am heading towards the 1/3 done mark. Lots of cultural places, yeah. Second husbands are the best, yeah. Come to Prague one day, yeah, will do. Prague is on the list. When we went to the Ukraine, it was before the war, and we went to Kiev, and we did the Chernobyl tour to the exclusion zone, to nuclear power plant, to Pripyat, and that was fascinating. We absolutely loved that. That was a Christmas present, I think. We were supposed to go to Iceland, but the pandemic put paid to that. It was rebooked and rebooked and rebooked, but now it's been cancelled. But we'll get there one day. I also want to go to the USA. I want to go to Los Angeles at some point. So many wonderful places out there. And I'm a bit of a tombstone tourist, so I do want to go to the famous cemeteries as well. So, yeah. Because now if I get on a plane, I don't need a seatbelt extender. Not that I did anyway. I always manage just to fit in. Yes, some wonderful places. Most definitely. I'm on my second marriage and we are on our 48th year. Congratulations, Joe. That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. If I went to America, it would be Maine. Stephen King country, by any chance? I thought he might have gone to sort of Baltimore and gone to Poe country. Jessica Fletcher. Murder, She Wrote. I used to love that. You okay there, Lauren?
Yeah.
Cool. Had your bath?
Uh-huh.
I was incredibly proud of Lauren yesterday. Went to a party and things weren't going as she expected. So rather than stick around, she took the grown-up thing and came home. I was very proud of her. Sometimes it's just judging, you know, whether you feel comfortable or not, and she didn't. So I live in Southern California and we would love to have you. Foggy on the coast today where I live. That's very kind. Mal, I fully support literary tourism, but I really must say you can't come to the US and not see some of our amazing national parks in the West. Yellowstone, Arches, etc. Joe and I can be your California tour guides. And Sandy says, well done, Lauren. When things weren't going well, you came home. Or rather, weren't going as you expected. It's the right thing to do. I must say I'm more intrigued by Canada than America, says Silver Stitches. Lots of things to see in Canada. Andy's been to Canada a couple of times. Toronto, I believe, because Andy is a Maple Leafs fan. I do hear, though, that places like Niagara are incredibly expensive and geared for tourism. Canada's beautiful for sure. Grew up in Washington State, 2 hours from Vancouver. So those of you that live overseas, we had a general election this week. We're going to have a new government. We have a new prime minister and a new political party in control, as it were. And we found out that the current prime minister, or the former prime minister as he is now, Rishi Sunak, in his constituency, he was against a man. Oh, let me find you his name. A new set of Muppets. Let me find you this name because I was laughing my head off when I saw this. Brilliant. Chats.
Everyone knows the thing you said about Sky TV.
Right, so Rishi Sunak was standing against somebody called Count Binface, the intergalactic space warrior. And this guy even got quite a few votes. It's quite funny. I was quite amused by that. I was having a bit of a chuckle. The Muppets would probably make a better job. Huh? The US is a hot mess express. Oh, yes. It's a bit of turmoil, isn't it, at the moment? But yes, this Count Binface, apparently he'd stood previously as something else. Let me find the other name because that's quite funny. He ran previously against Prime Minister Theresa May as Lord Buckethead. And his manifesto included capping the price of croissants at £1.10, mandatory national service for former prime ministers, and a bid to represent the UK in the Eurovision Song Contest. So, oh my God, has he got a sense of humour? Yes, we definitely have more than 2 choices. I think there are about 6 on my voting slip. The US has one of those, had a few of those, especially in more local races. I think a dog got elected as mayor somewhere. Oh dear. Clint Eastwood got elected as well, didn't he? Oh my goodness. The dog probably would do a better job, actually. Do a better job than some of the English politicians. But yeah, we've had a Conservative government for a number of years now, and this time it was Labour by a landslide. And I keep my vote between me and the ballot box, but I was not surprised at the result locally. It's very much a Labour stronghold here, but I do think the Conservatives got quite a lot though this time. Do you have to write in your ballots? Write in on your ballots? No, we just the ballot papers are already printed, and we just have to mark an X. But if you do anything other than marking an X, like sign it, play noughts and crosses on it, or anything like that, they actually consider it a spoiled ballot, so it doesn't get counted.
Wait, has someone actually played noughts and crosses on a ballot?
Oh, I would imagine so. They've done all sorts of things. Somebody's voted for everybody, I would imagine, or more than one. So,
It happens.
you know, but yeah, they print out the names of the candidates on the ballot paper. You've got to go in and identify yourself with photo ID, and then you get your ballot paper and just one X. The only thing that always bothers me is that they are written in pencil. That's always bothered me. But there you go. Okay. Emperor Caligula inserted his favourite horse as the senator in ancient Rome. Sharon, our town has been a Conservative for 74 years and lost to Lib Dems. Joe Lane, are you Central or Northern California? I love Avila and SLO, where the fog rolls in. Good job, Lauren. That was the thing to do. Just go on home. Lots of parties in the future.
I mean, Megan said that she's going to invite me to her 17th this year.
Oh, cool.
So.
Very important question. Do you call it noughts and crosses or noughts and crosses? We call it tic-tac-toe. It's definitely noughts and crosses. Excuse me.
Yeah. I think some people
definitely
call it
noughts and
X's
crosses.
O's. I think some people call it X's and O's.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Sneezing now. Coughing, sneezing.
A lot.
All right. Lauren, 15 minutes.
Yep.
Right, let's have a mark off and see where I am at. I was at 755 when I opened. Oh, that's not bad. I'm now at 1,080. Thank you, Adria. So that is 855,955. So that's 335 stitches. So there we go. I think I'm going to call it on that. So how many have you got done today? Have you done a couple of 150 stitches? How's it gone? Thank you, Adria. Thank you, Silver Stitches. Yeah. So we shall be doing this on Wednesday. She Sleeps will be out on Wednesday. 0 for Mal. 557 for Patsy. Cool. 40 for Hannah Karen. No worries at all, Leslie. You're very welcome. But yeah, Wednesday we will have She Sleeps out. I'll be filming a stitch with me in the morning and floss tube ready for Tuesday. And oh my gosh, I've got so much filming to do tomorrow. But yeah, so that's it for now. So thank you all very much indeed for joining me. 150 there for Jeannie, 289 for Sandy. Yes, thanks all very much for joining me. Thank you all for your continued support. Thank you for your emails. Let me just show you Ebony's wonderful picture again. Let me just show you Ebony's lion again. Look at that. And it's superb. Oh, can't get over that, how gorgeous that looks. And you wouldn't believe it were all crosses, would you? Superb. So guys, I will see you on Wednesday if you're here. If not, I will see you next Sunday. Other than that, take care. Have a fantastic week. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Hot air balloon.